Going on, it's your boy Is. Here to talk about this dude who is a terrorist to basketball. But before I do that, I want to pull up something because this happened right as I started recording. Look at this. Mavericks trade Anthony Davis to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, two bums, two first round picks, and three second rounders. The Wizards also got Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum. This trade is interesting to say the least. I don't understand where the Wizards thought they were getting someone good, but I mean, now they have Anthony Davis, who's going to play 6 games for them next season with Trae Young. Um, that backcourt is going to be painful to watch, but, or wait, front court or backcourt? Anyways, yeah, I don't even know what to say about this, um, but not while we're here. Um, Here to talk about James Harden and why he is just a bum, which is crazy for me to say because I'm actually a Clippers fan. So, I mean, you can kind of see right there. That's James Harden and a little fancy bingo thing. But I actually liked him. I mean, I thought he was good for us. It's just that he didn't really do anything like every other team. I'm just gonna go over some points because, like, there's a common reoccurring theme, right, with him in the sense of there's always something that's not up to his standard, right? And then he forces his way out. But I mean, he's one of the most gifted offensive players in NBA history, right? Former MVP, multiple scoring titles, future Hall of Famer. I mean, none of that's debatable, but why does why is it that dysfunction and problems occur everywhere he goes? Different teams, different star players, different coaches, it's the same thing every time. And I'm not like I'm not de- sorry. I'm not debating his talent, right? I'm just here to talk about why, facts, results, statistics, it all shows himself as the common denominator, right? You start off with OKC, right? They draft him. He's there for a few years with Katie and um, Russell Westbrook. They don't win anything. They could have, but they didn't. And he wasn't really a superstar at this point. Um, but then he goes to the Rockets, right? And the Rockets, well, they decide to not only provide him everything they need, or everything he needs, but just build the entire team around him. It's like you have the offense built around you to succeed as you can as much as possible. Um, I mean, they gave him full control. The offense revolved around isolation, step back threes, Harden dominating the ball. There was a lot of things that he did good, but a lot of things he did bad in Houston. I mean, he had some of the highest usage rate, throughout the years of him being in Houston. Not only that, but in 2018, 2019, he had the highest usage rate in NBA history, right? Or one of, at about, I think, 40.5%. Um, they didn't win anything. I mean, he was there 8 seasons, two Western Conference final appearances, zero NBA Finals appearances, and zero championships. He was close, but never reached the finals. And this is, including his historic scoring seasons, right? Despite that, all those good seasons, never won anything. And there's a pattern, right? Regular season, he's putting up 24, 25 points per game. Um, or not necessarily in Houston, but just in general, his playoff pattern, he averages about 24, 25 points per game, um, kind of throughout his career, right? But in playoff elimination games, that number drops by about 3, 4 points, right? Which isn't something you want from your star player. His field goal percentage also drops by about 4, 6%. Um, I mean, some examples are off the top of my head. 2017, I think it was, versus the Spurs, I believe. He put up, I want to say single digits, maybe 10 points, maybe 12, but like, you can't have that out of your best player, right? And on top of that, right, if I pull, hold on, let me pull up. If I show you, I mean, at some point, he's putting up, 30 plus points per game. Not just 30 plus points, but like high 30s. Like, I'm going to say at least 35, 36. All right, I just pulled up his stats. I mean, look at this. 2018, he's putting up average 36 points per game for that season. The year before that, averaged 30 points per game, averaged 34 points per game. Do you know how insane it is to put up 30 points per game one season, 36 the next season, 34 after that? I mean, he was by far the best scorer throughout this time. I mean, at one point, he's averaging like 40 points per game. It was insane. But it all came down to playoff inconsistencies and just, I don't want to say he doesn't want it enough, but he doesn't want it enough. He makes it seem like he's ring chasing in the sense of, you know, he goes from one team to another, right? But again, he requested a trade at Houston, and that was that. But a pattern was established, right? Harden receives control, team falls short, Harden exists, or Harden exits, and this pattern is going to show up on all the other teams he has played for. The next team, the Brooklyn Nets, he joins Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving on the Brooklyn Nets. On paper, it should have been unstoppable. Instead, it kind of just, that whole operation just blew up, really. Um, yeah, he played 80 games, missed about 40. I mean, at this point, I know everyone is thinking of those memes. Sorry, I keep looking up at myself. Um, I know everyone saw those like jokes and memes because like it looked like he was in a fat suit, right? It literally looked like he was gained like 20 pounds out of nowhere. And yeah, Kyrie Irving caused problems, but and so did, I mean, both Kevin Durant, Kyrie, all three of them just never quite worked together, to say the least. Um, and then it all came down to just no leadership, right? That team, no one ever really, stood up and was like, "Hey, we gotta lock in, we gotta win this." No, it's nothing. And again, he requested a trade mid-season. Um, Thinking back, I mean, off the top of my head, I can think of, the infamous Kevin Durant toe three-pointer where, they missed a chance to progress in the playoffs because Kevin Durant's toe was on the line against the Bucks. But I mean, that was Kevin Durant. That wasn't even James Harden. I don't know where James Harden was during that. They won one playoff series and were swept in the first round in 2022. But again, second team, second forced exit, and the pattern continues. Joins Philadelphia 76ers and joins Joel Embiid, right? Um, I don't know. There's so many things that go with this, and it seems like he doesn't really care about winning in a way. It's like you're gonna jump teams, but you're jumping teams in a way that's not even like if you're gonna ring chase, at least ring chase in a way where you're going to a team where you're actually gonna win. Like I can think of a ton of people, right, that ring chase, but they actually win the game, or they actually like do something about it. They actually try to win. James Harden just switches teams and, you know, that's that. That's all he does. He just switches teams. 76ers, I mean, his regular season was solid throughout those years. I think he was there, what, 2 years, I want to say? He was there, yeah, kind of, yeah, maybe like a year and a half. But again, 2023, playoff elimination game. Game 7 versus Celtics. Puts up 9 points. 3 for 11 on shooting. 0 field goals made in the second half. Philadelphia loses, and they are second round exit again. And after this, James Harden actually went out of his way to publicly attack the team, right? Not only did he just like attack the team management, but he, attacked his player. Not like physically attacked, but like, verbally and just like wasn't a good team player. He was just kind of blaming everyone else but himself. demands another trade, and same same issue follows. He joins a team, does decent in the regular season, does nothing in the playoffs, and then tries to join another team that's gonna maybe do better. It's almost as if he's joining teams to, do good, pat his stats, but oh wait, pat his stats. Um, but it's like he's almost expecting his teammates to come up for him in the big moments in the playoffs. And that's not something you want to have a star player. And the thing is, throughout this time, like he hasn't been bad in the sense of he's put up good numbers. Like he's averaged, like I said, about 24, 25 points per game, and he's, he can be clutch and good for you in the regular season, but you get to the postseason and it's not there. But yep, he demanded another trade, left the 76ers, and joined the Clippers, right? He joined a very talented roster, right? Another, this is my last chance. I gotta win here, right? I gotta get my ring here. And this saga actually just ended the other day, but the results just showed offensive rhythm problems, kind of hard to blend well with his teammates, to say the least. Um, Role confusion, didn't really know what role he was playing for the team, and just didn't come up clutch in the late game, right? It'd go stagnant, and the team would just, the team was good, but when you're expecting your star player, you're expecting your top scorer to come up clutch in these big moments, and he doesn't, it's like, what do we even do? And I think the common thing or the common theme is that he just doesn't adapt to his systems, right? He he kind of makes his own system in a way, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, he puts up points, but they're almost like ghost points in a way, where he's putting up the points, but they're not actually like meaningful. It's like, yeah, you can put up 40 points against some random bummy team, but like if you're gonna play a good team, are you gonna put up the 40 points or are you gonna put up 12? We don't know. Um, the systems around him, the teams around him have to adapt to him in order to fit his play style so he actually performs in a way that benefits the team at all, if that. But yeah, just the other day he claims he never demanded a trade. I'm sure he did because that's how he's left every team from, OKC to now. And he went on, joined the Cavaliers. We'll see how that goes. The Cavs are probably thinking, hey, we're in a win now, win now mode, but is that really likely that they're going to win now? I don't think so. Um, I just think that it's going to be another same thing where he joins the team, maybe puts up some good points, maybe averages. Who knows? He may average a career high or not career high, but he may average a season higher in the last 5 years, putting up 34 points per game. Who knows? But there's a good chance he's going to fall short in the playoffs. And I think it's just he needs to work on his identity. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, he got to work on this. He got to work on that. And it's coming from someone who is not in the NBA nor an expert on basketball. But his game requires high ball dominance, slow tempo, offense centered around him. That's just not going to work in championship basketball. You need good off ball movement, good defensive commitment. Oh, and that's another thing. His defense is just lackluster. It's not good enough to be in a genuine contending championship team. He doesn't sacrifice. He doesn't have emotional leadership. He just kind of like looks away in the heat of the moment. He's never really shown consistency in those areas, and I think if he worked on those, I really think he could be a good player because he still is a good player. He's what 30 something years old, and he's still putting up 20 something points per game. Um, like he's averaging 25.4 points per game, which is actually the highest he's averaged since, really since, was that 2019, 2020. He's put up 22, 24, 21, 22 a couple times, but right now he's averaging 25. He actually had two really good years in the Clippers. Averaged 22 last year, average 25 this year, and nothing. So he just needs to work on some of these things, right? I think that his career playoff shooting is also something that's just not good, right? You look at these numbers. I mean, it's not that they're bad. Sorry, it's not that they're bad. It's just that when you're putting up 44 percent from the field goal percentage, and then you put up maybe 39, 40% in the playoffs. It's like, yeah, it's a little worse, but like you shouldn't be playing worse in the playoffs, if that makes sense. Like you should be playing better. You should be wanting it. You should be trying to, do your hardest. And same with the 3-point percentage, dropped a little bit. The competition, rises. Um, and over his career, he's never put up any crazy accolades. Yeah, he won MVP. Yeah, he was MVP, runner up or top three in the voting multiple years. But like, is that what you want, right? Do you want to be the, Tom Brady of your sport, or do you want to be the Aaron Rodgers, right? Both are good players, but like, Aaron Rodgers putting up four MVPs over his career, one Super Bowl, which is still a great career. But then you have Tom Brady who puts up, he understands it's a team sport. He puts up seven Super Bowls and like what, three MVPs. Not the best example, but you know what I'm saying. I just think that putting himself back a little bit, putting himself not in front of everyone else as if he's, the second coming of who knows whoever he thinks he is, he would be a lot better. And over the course of all these teams, he's had great teammates. There's not a reason he can't work with these guys and be better, right? Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. There's no reason you can't, you know, play with these guys and be good. It's it's almost as if I don't know. It's almost as if like if the failure is following you across all the situations, right? You can't look at that and be like, yeah, this isn't my fault. No, you got to take responsibility, right? And he puts, or he always points the responsibility outwards. He never looks at himself and is like, yeah, like I'm the problem. And most NBA players never play with this many, Hall of Fame level athletes. It's insane that he's never won anything really meaningful over his career. Zero championships, zero. Even he's not even made the finals ever. He's demanded trades for four different teams, being Houston, Brooklyn, um, Philadelphia, and the Clippers. Right? That's insane. And the fact that he's able to just do this and team. I mean, like it's to a point where if he says I want out, you kind of just gotta accept it, right? Because if you don't let him out, he's just gonna pout and purposely so, essentially. Right? It's just something he needs to work on, And it's not that he's cursed. It's not that he's misunderstood. It's not that he's unlucky. It's just that he doesn't take responsibility. He's insanely talented, right? He could be so good, but talent alone doesn't just, you know, win you to a national or a championship, right? It's the same loop every time. You gotta actually change something, right? And he hasn't changed anything, right? Gets to a new team, has some hype, demands control. They give him control. He falls short. He blames everyone else, and then he leaves. It's the same thing every time. So I think until he changes that mentality, right? Until he changes what he's thinking, what he's um, doing with these teams, the outcome will be the same every time. And it's not just that he's a part of the problem, he is the problem everywhere he goes. So I think that, we'll see how it goes with the Cavaliers, but I think it's going to be the same thing and that he's just a terrorist and that's just how it's going to be. Hope you enjoyed this. Um, I think I might do a video on the Anthony Davis trade because that's insane. I mean, I don't know. Even, like, that was so random. There was talks of, oh, yeah, we might trade him, but I'm like, are you really going to trade him? You just traded from last year. I still can't believe that happened. that Luka trade was insane. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.